This Karen literally chained my driveway shut and claimed I trespassed on my own family land. The worst decision of her entire life unfolded slowly over the next few months. I'd been gone 3 full years and returned home to steel chains blocking everything. A private community sign now blocked the mountain road my great-grandfather built in 1923. What blew my mind completely was discovering the changes in my pristine valley. 8 multi-million-dollar mansions had sprouted suddenly like ugly invasive weeds everywhere. The familiar crunch of gravel under my boots should have felt welcoming like home. Instead, that crisp pine scent I dreamed about got choked by overpowering designer perfume. A woman climbed out of her white Range Rover, acting like she owned the mountain. Blonde bob haircut, clipboard held like a weapon, attitude sharper than broken glass. Well, the hermit finally returns," she said with obvious disdain. "This is private property now, and you're clearly trespassing on restricted land." I kept my voice completely dead calm, despite the rising anger inside. "Ma'am, that's my cabin up there at the end of this road. My family's owned this entire land continuously since 1923 without interruption." Her frozen smile could have chilled lava flowing down the mountainside. "Not anymore, it isn't yours," she replied, smugly with confidence. "Here's what this HOA queen completely didn't know about my situation. I didn't just own that century-old cabin passed down through generations. I owned the valuable mineral rights under every single one of her precious mansions. What would you do if some HOA psycho locked you out of your property? Drop where you're watching from right now in the comments section below. I know some of you out there have your own intense HOA war stories. My name's Declan Forrester, but friends call me Deck without hesitation. I'm 48 years old, with hands scarred from decades of hard work. Spent most of my adult life working dangerous oil rigs across states, from hot Texas fields to freezing North Dakota fracking operations daily. The kind of grueling work that leaves hands permanently stained black forever. Your back starts screaming in constant pain long before you hit 40, but it paid essential bills when life decided to kick me hard. My great-grandfather homesteaded this beautiful valley back in 1923, 320 acres of pristine, untouched Colorado wilderness surrounded by mountains, anchored by a sturdy hand-built log cabin tough against mountain storms. That cabin wasn't just simple shelter from harsh weather elements. It was our family legacy representing generations of hard-earned survival. The place where 3 generations of foresters learned important lessons. Nobody owes you anything in this world without earning it. Self-reliance isn't just some casual motto people repeat lightly. It's actual survival requiring constant vigilance and preparation always. Then my mum suddenly got diagnosed with devastating Alzheimer's disease. Suddenly, I sent every single paycheck to Best Memory Care in Denver, working brutal North Dakota fracking fields while she slowly forgot me. The lingering taste of petroleum still haunts my morning coffee daily, a constant grim reminder of sacrifices made for her dignity. The cabin sat completely empty, collecting dust and fading memories, while I collected hard-earned paychecks in frozen northern wasteland. She passed peacefully 6 months ago, finally free from suffering. With funeral arrangements fully settled and conscience completely clear, I was finally ready to come home and remember being human. Should have known returning home wouldn't ever be that simple. The valley greeting me looked like luxury magazine vomit everywhere. Where wildflower meadows once bloomed vibrantly, now artificial lawns stretched. The harsh chemical bite of fertilizer murdered sweet mountain wildflower scent. 8 massive glass and steel monstrosities now dominated the landscape, each one worth more money than my family saw in generations. Ruling over this environmental crime scene like discount Disney villain was Vivian Ashworth, the self-appointed queen of everything. Picture your absolute worst HOA nightmare come completely to life. Give her Dallas real estate license and money to buy countries. 54 years old, with blonde bob sharp enough to cut glass. The kind of predatory smile calculating your net worth instantly. Word around town said she swooped in 2 years ago aggressively, through some mysterious shell company buying land incredibly fast, then immediately crowned herself Queen of Pine Ridge Estates permanently. After our tense roadside confrontation, Queen Viv handed me envelope, a thick manila envelope heavier than an old phone book. 47 separate violation notices for cabin predating her great-grandparents. Get this ridiculous detail about non-compliant roof color issues. My great-grandfather's natural cedar shingles, weathered beautifully silver, didn't match their strict architectural palette requirements exactly. unauthorized outbuildings, including 1920s root cellar saving family during harsh Great Depression years from starvation, threats, landscaping violations because God's wildflowers aren't approved list. The grand total demanded $73,500 plus $500 daily until compliance. But here's what really crawled deep under my tough skin. It wasn't just blatant highway robbery disguised as standards. It was her saying certain types with particular condescending tone. Her nose wrinkled when mountain wind carried honest work, sent subtle digs about transient lifestyles and questionable associations. This woman never worked real Labor Day in manicured life. But somehow I became neighborhood cancer threatening property values. The paperwork gave me exactly 30 days to comply fully, pay up huge fines or face property lien and foreclosure threats. 30 days to follow rules I never agreed to join. From organization I never signed up to be part of, a land family owned before her parents even born. That evening I drove Rust Bucket F252 County Courthouse, diesel engine coughing roughly like old habitual smoker. Jolene Carpenter was locking up after long day working. She'd been county clerk there since Carter presidency era. "Deck Forrester," she said, smiling warmly with sympathy. "Welcome home, honey. I'm truly sorry about your mother." After thanking her sincerely, I asked about HOA filings. Jolene's expression shifted instantly to serious concern. A lot of shady politics around that luxury development. Things got rushed through faster than greased pig. Fair. The HOA covenant documents filed 18 months earlier read like absolute dictator's wet dream come true. Page after page legal jargon giving Vivian Ashworth power over everything from mailbox colors to guest frequency limits. But here's where situation got extremely interesting quickly. My signature appeared nowhere on those binding documents, not on any single page of the entire stack. Knowledge nugget about Colorado HOA covenant requirements. They require unanimous consent from all affected owners to be legally binding on every single property. Takeaway: neighbors signing doesn't automatically bind you. Always verify property actually included in legal documents. Driving home under stars clearer than legal situation. One burning question dominated my frustrated brain completely. How does brand new HOA claim authority over homestead? They can't legally touch century-old property like mine. What I didn't know yet was family left valuable gift, something way more valuable than just old cabin. A week later, enjoying morning coffee on cabin porch. Real fresh coffee, not motor oil from truck stops. Peaceful mountain silence shattered by expensive tires crunching. 3 vehicles rolled up driveway like suburban invasion. Viv's white Range Rover led luxurious parade confidently, followed by 2 BMW SUVs packed with country club types. Their collective cologne smell reached me before arrival. Apparently fresh mountain air isn't enough without fragrance. Viv emerged, wearing expensive safari costume from Ray. Designer hiking boots pristine, never touched real dirt. Behind her 3 middle-aged committee members matching outfits, clutching clipboards and cameras like documenting war zone. "Morning, Mr. Forrester," she called with fake sweetness. "We're here for mandatory architectural compliance inspection today." I stayed planted comfortably in chair, savoring freedom coffee. Don't recall sending out any personal invitations here. The HOA Architectural Review Committee has full authority to inspect all properties for covenant compliance issues, she announced, waving papers triumphantly like magic wand. Section 4.7 of Community Bylaws clearly states, writes her committee started rapid, clicking cameras everywhere. My cabin, truck, wood pile, even morning stubble perhaps. Shutter sounds, mixed with whispered commentary disasters. "Ma'am," I said, standing up nice and slow deliberately. "This is private property without your invitation today. You don't have permission turning home into photo shoot." Viv's smile instantly turned dangerously shark-like. "Actually, we do under Section 4.7 Covenant Authority. Section 4.7 of Covenants I, Neville, personally signed." I cut her off firmly without raising voice. Documents don't apply to property never legally included. Now, asking politely, "Wants to get off my land?" Her face shifted pale to lobster red in seconds. She herded committee back to vehicles, frustrated, but rolled down window for one final parting shot. "You'll regret this stubborn attitude, Mr. Forrester. We have ways dealing with troublemakers, disrespecting standards." The next morning mailbox exploded with paper violations. 14 separate notices stamped official HOA letterhead, signed in Viv's aggressive, angry chicken scratch handwriting. Unpermitted structures including charming historical 1920s outhouse now violates modern setback requirements ridiculously. Improper vehicle storage. My F-250 in own driveway doesn't meet precious aesthetic standards they demand. Landscaping, non-compliance, wildflowers blooming since Cretaceous aren't on their strict approved plant list ever. Personal favorite, unauthorized outdoor equipment storage complaint. Finding me for splitting mall in firewood stack. Tools keeping family warm, generations now eyesore. Each violation $500 fine with escalating daily penalties. Paper cuts, sorting, bureaucratic blitzkrieg felt like revenge. That's when I noticed something making me smile. Mini twist metadata on violation photos timestamps from 3 days before supposed official inspection visit. These clowns trespassed property all week photographing. Planning paper, assault like suburban military operation. Time for my calculated and patient counterpunch. Radio Shack still exists, small mountain towns thankfully. Spent afternoon picking up trail camera system units. 6 units night vision, motion detection, audio recording. Colorado one-party consent, state my property rights. Every word spoken here belongs completely to me. Within 48 hours struck absolute evidentiary gold. Cameras caught Viv to members creeping at dawn. Like discount ninjas taking photos, war council meetings. Audio quality crystal clear, restaurant conversation level. We need documentation every possible violation now. Viv's voice perfectly captured discussing strategy. The more violations stack faster, pressure him selling. What about filing environmental violations claims? Could claim septic contaminating valuable groundwater. Brilliant idea. Viv, call county health tomorrow. Emergency contamination always gets immediate response. Knowledge, nugget, photographing from public areas legal, but trespassing, gathering evidence, criminal behavior, can void legal proceedings based on tainted evidence. Take away trail cameras, worth weight, gold, fighting harassment. Bullies depend operating completely in shadows undetected. Drag them forcefully into bright revealing light. Armed video evidence conspiracy had strong options. Call sheriff, file harassment charges, lawyer, nuclear. Instead decided let them dig own grave deeper. 25 years oil rigs teaches incredible patience skills. Working equipment killing you if rushed carelessly. Learn, think strategically, 3 moves ahead always. Viv operated pure emotion, suburban entitlement blind. I played calm chess while she learned checkers. Right schedule. Phone rang next morning predictably. Deck, it's Earl Dawkins County Health Department. Got complaints, septic violations, your place today. No grandfather built. Everything last regulations changed, but require investigate official complaint, thoroughly, Earl. Come up anytime, bring full testing kit, want everything properly documented officially. 3 hours later, Earl shaking head, unbelievable results. Sun septic system cleaner than new installations, whoever filed complaint ignorant or deliberately lying. Handed him USB drive, selected trail camera highlights. Earl, find this fascinating viewing material. Especially part discussing filing false complaints as county truck disappeared down mountain trail. Poured another cup, good coffee, watched storm clouds. Air smelled like rain and incoming sweet justice. Viv thought playing hardball aggressively against me. She'd no idea game just completely changed forever. 2 days after Earl visit, splitting firewood cabin. Heard vehicles coming up mountain road again. Not luxury SUVs per this time, aggressive rumble. County trucks mixed with news van, unmistakable whine. 3 official vehicles parked firmly in driveway. County health building inspector, state environmental officer. Behind them, local news crew setting cameras, disaster. Earl climbed out health truck looking embarrassed. Deck, real sorry, got 3 more complaints yesterday. Anonymous tips, immediate public health hazards, contamination. State requires follow-up, full hazmat team response. Building inspector Peterson looked prefer anywhere else. Started photographing cabin foundation structural issues. Someone reported instabilities, code violations affecting neighbors. Environmental officer Rodriguez, suiting protective gear, Chernobyl. Received reports possible groundwater contamination, illegal discharge, improper waste disposal, threatening entire valley. Smelled setup from mile away, timing perfect. Complaints too perfectly coordinated suspiciously. What pissed me off most, news crew filming. Making Century Homestead look toxic waste dump. Gentlemen keeping voice level despite anger. You're welcome, inspect whatever necessary today, but appreciate knowing who filed these complaints. Earl shifted uncomfortably, avoiding direct eye contact. Anonymous tips deck through state hotline system. Mini twist, while setting equipment noticed something. News reporter, interviewing someone out camera range. Glimpse platinum blonde hair designer, hiking boots. Viv orchestrated whole humiliating media circus to publicly pressure me into quick selling. Time strategic counterintelligence move carefully. Walked over reporter finishing interview, concerned citizen. Viv wearing perfect mask, fooling nobody knowing her. Excuse me, interrupting politely, I'm Declan Forrester, the actual property owner here on my land. Since covering story like share interesting information, viewers might want know about your source. Reporter young eager thinking uncovered corruption. Of course, Mr. Forrester, what tell people? Pulled phone showed trail camera, screenshot evidence. Person just interviewed trespassing property weeks. Discussing filing false reports county agencies. Viv's face went white red, then purple rage. That's harassment, you can't prove anything. Ma'am saying documented evidence complainant trespassing. Discussing false reports deliberately to authorities. Before answer, Earl called behind cabin urgently. Deck, better come see this important discovery. Hazmat team testing equipment around septic system. Rodriguez holding detector should beep contamination. Instead, completely silent church, mouse, quiet. Mr. Forrester never seen readings this clean. System not compliant, exceeding standards margin. Whoever reported contamination misinformed or lying. Peterson building inspector, equally confused results. Sir, 15 years experience, foundation solid granite. Steel construction meet today's earthquake standards. Reports claimed imminent collapse could survive. Bomb. Vindication tastes sweeter than morning coffee. But not done yet with these officials. Gentlemen interested actual environmental violations might test runoff, those new mansions valley. Noticed unusual discoloration creek heavy rains. Knowledge nugget, anonymous complaints, traceable requests, false reports, environmental agencies, federal crimes. Takeaway coordinated harassment, government agencies. Document everything, filing false reports, crime. Heavier penalties than claimed violations often. While team packing equipment reporter cornered interview. Gave copies selected trail camera footage timeline. Suggest, investigate rapid approval Pine Ridge development. Quite story Mr. Forrester, follow up, HOA, overreach. Ma'am honored check sources carefully next. Before showing hazmat teams old homesteads, convoy official vehicles, drove away valley. Noticed Viv standing Range Rover phone frantically. Mountain wind carried fragments, conversation words. Damage control, legal options, wasn't supposed happen. Environmental officer stopped porch before leaving. Mr. Forrester, off record might want know. Similar false reports properties Texas, Florida years. Same pattern, anonymous tips. Coordinated timing, targeting disputes, certain HOA management companies. Interesting, very interesting development indeed. That evening fired laptop researching Vivian background. HOA queen left trail suspicious property disputes. Across 3 states involving environmental complaints, harassment campaigns, mysterious acquisitions below market, pieces bigger puzzle fitting together uglier picture. Viv once played dirty, picked wrong fight, spent decades industry cutting corners, kills. Bout learn real due diligence looks like. Gloves officially off, no holding back. Next morning woke power completely cut off. Not storm damage, blown fuse, obvious sabotage. Someone called electric company, dangerous violations. Required immediate disconnection, public safety reasons. Kerosene smell, emergency lanterns, childhood memories, except this forced not voluntary camping trip. Boiling coffee, camp stove, phone rang automated. Electric company service suspended pending inspection. HOA, approval reconnection, own dam property. Processing bureaucratic insanity level certified letter. Hand-delivered law firm courier, uncomfortable criminals. Envelope thick novel, expensive letterhead money. Ashworth Sterling Associates real estate law firm. Inside 47 pages jargon, pay $250,000 damages. Compliance fees, or sue Stone Age, irreparable harm. Claiming non-compliance harmed community property values. Hostile attitude, intentional interference, business relations. Letter 72 hours respond, not pay respond. Subtext, clear, hire expensive lawyers, steamrolled. What makes performance insulting law firm Denver. Senior partner Rex Sterling, Vivian Ashworth's husband. Not just corrupt, laughably obvious corruption. Mini twists reading legal threats, noticed something. Made smile first time morning amateur mistake. Lawsuit claims damages January 1st this year. County records didn't return Colorado until March, claiming 6 months damage guy, not state. Amateur hour mistakes exposing sloppiness. Time counter research phase deep dive. Spent day county library, internet faster cabin. Public records oil rig days, kindergarten complexity. Vivian Ashworth not suburban tyrant control problem. Running same scam multiple states nearly decade.